Bikers mocked Keanu Reeves at a bar until Chuck Norris arrived. It was a quiet Thursday evening at a small roadside bar just outside Austin, Texas. The place had a rustic charm: wooden stools, neon beer signs, and an old jukebox. Locals came often, and now and then, leather-clad bikers from a nearby highway gang dropped in for drinks and post-ride banter. That evening, a tall man in jeans and a plain black t-shirt walked in. His long hair hung past his shoulders, and his calm expression stood out. It was Keanu Reeves. He sat at the bar, nodded at the bartender, and ordered water and a veggie burger. Something that quickly caught the bikers' attention. "Is that Keanu Reeves?" one asked. "Looks like him. What's he doing here drinking water?" They chuckled. Then the teasing began. "Hey, John Wick, where's your puppy? Neo on a cleanse?" Keanu smiled gently and replied, "Just here for a quiet meal, guys." The mocking got louder, but then the doorbell jingled again. Chuck Norris walked in. Jeans, boots, and that calm, commanding presence. He scanned the room, saw Keanu, then the bikers. The bar went silent. Even the jukebox seemed to hush. Chuck walked over, shook Keanu's hand firmly, and said, "Good to see you again, brother." Then he turned to the bikers. "This man has done more good than most people I know," Chuck said. "He's donated millions to children's hospitals, helps his film crew, gives up his subway seat. Kindness doesn't make you weak, it makes you stronger." The lead biker cleared his throat, walked up to Keanu, and extended a hand. "Didn't know all that. Sorry, man." Keanu shook it. "No hard feelings. Want to join me for a burger?" That night something rare happened. Bikers, action stars, and locals laughed, shared stories, and showed kindness. Chuck even picked up the tab. It wasn't just a celebrity surprise. It was a reminder. Kindness, humility, and respect speak louder than insults. Later, Keanu chatted with the bikers. He asked the leader, Tank, "You ride often?" "Every chance I get," Tank said. "Used to think it was my only freedom. Now I'm wondering if I was missing something." Keanu nodded. "I used to think speed meant freedom, but sometimes peace comes from being still." Tank blinked. "That's pretty deep." Chuck, now sitting by the pool table, added, "The toughest men I've met are the ones who can admit they're wrong and still treat others with dignity." The room went quiet. Then a young biker raised a toast to dignity and the legends who live it. Later that night, Keanu stepped outside, leaned against his motorcycle, and looked up at the stars. Chuck joined him with 2 coffees. "You handled that well in there," Chuck said. Keanu sipped. "It wasn't about handling anything. I just didn't want to be the reason someone stayed angry." Chuck nodded. "People forget. Kindness is power. It doesn't shout. It endures, and it leaves a mark." Keanu smiled. "Coming from you, that means a lot." Chuck replied, "Coming from you, it means more." They stood in quiet companionship. 2 men known for action, quietly showing something stronger: compassion. The ripple. The next morning, Tank left a note on the bar door. "To whoever needs to hear this, we all mess up. What matters is how we make it right. Thanks for the reminder, Keanu and Chuck. Drinks are on me next Thursday." The bartender chuckled and snapped a photo. It went viral. Headline: Bikers mocked Keanu Reeves until Chuck Norris changed everything. The story spread. Hashtags like #kindness is power, ride with respect trended. People shared their own stories of humility and strength. Then something bigger happened. Tank, now reflecting on that night, called a meeting with his crew. "We mocked a guy we didn't understand. He invited us to eat. That changed me. So here's my pitch." He held up a flyer. "Ride for good. Charity ride with Keanu." Wait, they agreed? someone asked. Tank grinned. They started it. The ride. 2 weeks later, the highway outside Austin thundered, not with rebellion, but hope. Hundreds of bikers rode together. Their vests weren't just club logos now. They had hearts, doves, and Be Kind patches. Keanu led on his custom arch motorcycle. Chuck followed on a classic chopper. Tank and his crew rode proudly behind. The ride stretched 80 miles, raising money for children's hospitals and veterans. Mental health. People lined the streets holding signs. Ride on, kind souls. And real strength is compassion. The campfire. That night, the riders camped near a lake. No speeches, just music and peace. Keanu sat beside Tank, who finally said, "Never thought a guy ordering a veggie burger would teach me what it means to be a man." Keanu laughed. "Never thought a biker gang would inspire me." Chuck lifted his mug to redemption, to the courage to change and the grace to let other. They toasted, not with beer, but with understanding. Epilogue, a legacy of kindness. The Ride for Good became an annual tradition, raising millions. More importantly, it redefined toughness, not through fists, but through empathy and humility. And so, in a dusty Texas bar, a few jokes aimed at a quiet man sparked something bigger. A movement powered by kindness, led by two unlikely heroes.